Urgent Chess Home Studio Reaction. This is The American Justice System is Broken, featuring the Electrician and Donut Operator by channel Unsubscribed Clips. Yes, another Unsubscribed Clips video. It's been a while. Yeah, I don't think it's specific to American justice system though. Every justice system, even Indian justice, oh shocker. Okay, even Indian justice system is broken. I guess the point of this thing is like American justice system, it should be like one of those things like you put in like pinnacle of things, right? Like look at this system, like it's better than all of yours, even that is broken. I guess that's the point, because I don't know, like modern democracy comes from America, right? Obviously people argue like comes from this Roman Empire. Modern democracy comes from America, right? Everybody else kind of adapted from that. British adapted from that, and then Indians also like based on British, which is based on American, right? So there's like a lot of similarities when you think about it. So yeah, but like there's a lot of things, but that's the problem with things, right? Like you need to find the gray area. Gray area? Yeah, gray area, why not? There is two extremes, there's a spectrum in the middle. You need to find gray area, and amongst the gray area, there will be a point where somebody gets screwed. That's the harsh reality of things. Right, and if that happens very rarely, at least you would understand like, oh, that's fucked up. But that happens a lot. So is that like a rarity? Like, is that gray area good enough? Like, that's the question here. It's going to be awesome because Brandon and Electrician in this video, right? Like, yeah, there's always going to be some kind of rant. Brandon is like trying to be a senator, something, right? Like he did, he was, I think he lost. But he didn't lose by that much or some shit like that. And I'm going to guess he's going to run again. So yeah, probably future senator or something. I don't know. Senator, right? That's what it was running for. I don't know. Yeah, let's do this one. Remember people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. That way, I'll know what type of videos to react to more. I've watched many different type of videos, all the type of genres. It's a reaction channel. I don't have a theme. Right, I like science, I like history, I like geopolitics and everything basically, because that's why I started this channel in the first place. I didn't care about anything else, but I just wanted to like watch things and learn. I've always been that guy, like I don't want to waste time, right? I don't just watch some puppy videos on YouTube, and that's like a waste time for me, right? So I was always like learning more and more. Older viewers of mine would know, like, okay, people are always like, how do you know all this shit? Like that's what I do. Like I just learn, right? I read this stuff. I read science stuff, and so I was gonna watch all this anyway. So I'm like, what the hell? There's a such thing as reaction channel. Why not do it? So yeah, if you want me to do any specific video in any type of channel, comment down. I will get to it eventually. And yeah, let's do it.
Prosecutors have way too much power as far as just like, I want to go after you or I don't. You know what I mean? Like you could get away with like probably pretty blatant murder in like Florida in a self-defense shooting, just because that's how the prosecutors in Florida interpret it, versus like California, you could have 100% justified self-defense shooting and they're coming after you for murder just because that's how the prosecutor feels about it.
You're about to give me.
It can be like that though. I don't think shit like that happens in India, but it can't be like that though, right? If that happens, that is broken system if that's the case, because you can't have interpretation of that wide variety. If you can justifyly, I'm pretty sure in your US system, there is such thing as like, what is it called? Doubt or something, right? Like even one guy in a jury, have a doubt. That's it. Like you can't really, put somebody in jail, some shit like that, right? So if like you're a public defender, right? Assistant district attorney, whatever you call it. If you're a public defender, go after somebody. Like even if you create a doubt in one guy like this for self-defense, I guess like he's not going to go to jail. I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? So how do they get around all that shit? Or is that jury thing is not like all the time? Like you have jury only in some cases, other cases just judge. Is that the case? Like I don't know. Like somebody really comment down like how system works, because my knowledge always come from some Hollywood shit or something. Because I don't know how other way. Like I don't know anyone who's been through American justice system like that.
Me on my soapbox, buddy.
I think that's insane. Let's go. I'm here for
Cody's
it.
pumping.
No, okay.
I just saw Cody do the fucking Henry Cavill arm reload.
Let's go. I want to hear it.
Daniel Penny.
Yeah.
Fucking New York. You got a guy who was threatening fucking old women and other people on the train. He put him in a chokehold. The guy just happened to fucking die. And then he was drugged through the fucking dirt for months.
Because homeboy was saying like somebody on this train's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, he was like, someone's gonna fucking die.
Somebody's gonna.
Oh my God, he could read the future.
Like if that
he
happened,
could read the future.
If that happened in Texas,
Yeah.
like any prosecutor in Texas, hopefully any prosecutor except for some in Austin, they probably would have been like, yeah, okay, yeah, he was completely taking care of the women and the children and the people on that train. But in New York, you fucking choke some dude out who's threatening poor people, like young poor people, like old people. And no, he gets put in fucking prison the next day.
What? That is, you can't blame really people to not intervene if that's the case. If you're gonna do shit like that, like people are not gonna intervene if some shit happens. People show in the movie like people are so bad right now, nobody intervenes. You know that monologue happens where people show in the New York metro and shit just sitting there not doing anything. What do you want them to do? Your system literally puts them into prison if they intervene. What the fuck?
They
like-
dropped the.
It worked out. It worked out though.
him.
Like I've brought this up before, but like I'm so close to Minnesota, like it's an issue because like I go to Minnesota so much and they don't recognize a concealed carry permit and they have super strict gun laws. And like in Minnesota, there was a court case I was following where a woman was at home alone with her kids and she heard something in her garage. So she grabbed her gun, went out to her garage to investigate, and it was a burglar that then attacked her and she shot him and killed him.
Good.
Prosecuted for fucking murder because
fuck?
it was a detached garage.
Oh,
and
fuck you.
She didn't have the fucking legal. She had a duty to retreat, and she shouldn't have went out there and
You
gotten
know
attacked
that
in
was
the first
some
place.
fucking dipshit.
What the fuck you talking about? It's her home. Retreat where? It's her home. That's where you retreat. Retreat where? Go to supermarket where more people like that could have chased her down? Who the fuck knows? Maybe there was some thief, or maybe there's some psycho who wants to kill her and there are 4 people outside. It's literally her safe house. Guns are not legal in India. But if somebody has a gun with a whatever license or some shit, even in India, like people, it makes sense. Like, you know, the guy was like coming after her. There was kids inside. Yeah, you know, case makes sense type of shit. This is insane, man. How does states have that kind of variation, right? I don't understand that, right? This is why I don't understand people going to America from outside, right? From outside, like someone who's Indian or something, living there and just be fine, right? Like, how are you not getting screwed? Because intuitively, in my mind, and people like me, just like, oh, all country laws are same. But your country has different laws in every state. You have to remember that shit. And if you're not from there, how do you adapt yourself to that? I don't understand that. Like, if I go to America, even to live like a year or two, I'll probably be screwed because I won't realize these differences. I don't know, man. I didn't realize I'm gonna get pissed off this much in just 2-minute clip.
Shit, some fucking dipshit attorney that was just like, oh, well, by technicality.
But I
It's
mean-
like, well, are you not looking at the fact that a woman was defending her fucking
like-
house and
And
family?
also, like, attorneys always like, oh, this is my job to, you know, like, fight back. It's like a brainless machine. I'm against her, so I'm gonna fight tooth and nail against her, and will use any tool of the law, even if, like, you know, like going around circle, exploiting shit just to put her in jail. Even though anyone with 2 brain can see somebody broke into her house. C is not wrong here. What the fuck?
Family?
That's my whole thing. Is like I almost don't think that plea deals should be a thing because plea deals are literally just like, oh, I'm an attorney with a 98% conviction rate, blah blah blah, and if I let somebody off with a plea deal that ruins their life, even though I know they're innocent, I'm gonna get them to plead guilty and lose gun rights and have to be on probation instead. Then I get to maintain my fucking record or whatever.
Cody's about to fucking explode.
Go. I want to hear it.
Well, no,
Angry
the-
old
the-
man episode. I like it.
Yeah, the other subway thing that just happened, man. You had these 5
Daniel
dudes.
Penny Part 2.
Yeah, well, you had these 5 dudes.
That's when
He's back
I
on the
was
subway.
questioning stuff. He went back down and choked somebody else out and killed him. So,
There was a subway as a New York, of course, a New York City fucking subway again. And you had these 5 guys. They went and they stole, a homeless man fell asleep, and they went and they stole his bag. So he wakes up, he hits one of them. He just like slaps him across the mouth. And so they beat the fuck out of him. And he falls down. And then they go to their car with his bags, and he goes back to retrieve his bags, and they start punching him in the back of the head. And so he fucking he pulls out a knife, and he stabs 2 of them, kills one of them, and they arrested him, and like everything was fine. They're like, yeah, this is total self-defense. But his attorney, you remember the attorney? on that video I showed you. The attorney said it's a garden variety robbery, and he turned it into a murder.
The prosecutor.
Oh God.
Yeah, the attorney of one of the guys that robbed him.
Right.
He was like, this was just a garden variety robbery. Why did he have to hurt someone?
Common robbery. We have that every time. It's like we have a label for that. It's like, it's in our book. It's in our constitution. Like, this is basic robbery. Like, we accept this kind of robbery. The fuck you talking about, man? It's a robbery. Garden variety robbery. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I don't even understand, like, prosecutors like that. It's their job to attack. But jury, judge, they have brain. What the fuck, man? It was a homeless guy. I get it, like, their point could be one of those, like, okay, you shouldn't have taken matters into your hand, you should have gone to police. Oh, because police would have, like, acquired his bag. It's his life, man. He's homeless. That's all he has. Come on.
And like the sheer fucking fact that someone has to say garden variety robbery. That is so fucking
He
ridiculous.
escalated it to that next level. He was just going to take his bag and leave versus the idea. And a lot of people, I know California, they have that duty to retreat's great.
Yeah,
That is the most
A handful of
County
states still
castle
have that.
doctrine in some states and not in others. But
Well, you know what, that movie Demolition Man from Stallone, where he wakes up very late and it's like a newer place, right? And everything's so perfect. Even the cops don't know what fighting is and shit like that. I think that's what California is trying to do. Duty to retreat means don't do violence regardless of what, and maybe through justice or like law or cops will one day do something about it or retrieve your stolen things or catch the perpetrators. You don't do shit, right? Just retreat, never fight back. That's California's motto. And when you think about it, like, okay, kinda makes sense, but in practice it never works. People will be screwed, and you're creating these different standards. How people are going to keep up with that?
But the duty of retreat, it is, and you get to see it.
Even with
is,
castle
I got a
doctrine.
gun. I got to run. I
doctrine.
got to get out. Even I have a gun. They're breaking in. My job is to get my family out
Just
safely.
to run away and let them stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, there are people inside. I'm gonna get my kid. I'm gonna see if there is any valuable that is too valuable to me. Fuck money. It's like value to that items is too good to me, and if they steal it, that's too big thing for me. So find that shit, find my family, and then get out of my home while perpetrators are already breaking inside. They're already inside. Okay, how fast is this shit gonna work? Is anybody ever been into any panic mode for whatever reason, right? And have they like functioned at all? This shit doesn't have work, man. You can't just retreat. Like, retreat where? What is this, like trench warfare? Is this war? So trained soldiers, they're gonna retreat? These are civilians who thinks that they are in their home. They're safe. And they're not gonna suddenly think, oh, somebody just broke in. Let's do what to do.
I don't necessarily think that that's true for your domicile.
No,
I think
California,
duty to
that's the
retreat,
hard
that's
part.
usually
There's
like-
another.
So no,
it depends on what
California
state
has
you're
a
in.
problem.
castle
right now.
doctrine, your traditional castle doctrine, if you are in your residence where you sleep, you
Yeah.
can defend yourself. But some, like California, I don't think recognizes castle doctrine to that degree. And California has a duty to retreat. So you literally have to be backed into a corner with no reasonable exits before
Right.
you're allowed to fire.
Because I know that there's certain other states too where it's like, even though they recognize castle doctrine, if you're in public, let's say you get into an altercation in public and somebody pulls out a knife, you have a duty to try to get out of the situation.
Hold up there. In California, Los Angeles in California, Hollywood is in California. How are all these celebrities safe if shit like this is happening? People break into celebrities' home like they can't do shit, they have to run away. Is that what the law is? This is insane to me.
Legally speaking, before you're allowed to shoot the person,
insane.
which is fucking insane.
Well, and like I said, it depends on what state you're in, which
Yeah.
is fucked up, dude.
Appropriate.
Like I feel like if someone steals a fucking candy bar from me, I should be able to kill you.
That's extreme.
I mean, well,
I'm sorry, that's mine.
the thing
here
that
for it.
drives me crazy when people make that argument. They're like, "Oh, so you're saying that somebody's life is less valuable than your stuff?" I'm like,
Yes.
No, it's not what I said.
am.
What I said was, the minute you're willing to take my stuff, the life of someone who's willing to steal my shit is worth less than my stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes perfect sense.
You made that decision, not me.
Yeah, you
I guess their defense could be that maybe the person who's doing that, their mental state isn't that well. There are phases people go through where they're mentally, they're not like 100% for whatever reason, right? and they might not be thinking clearly, and that mistake might be too much and would cause their life. So if they steal it, maybe you shouldn't kill them, type of thing. And I get that, like, stuff is stuff, fine. Even then, like, it could be like, what do you mean stuff is stuff? If like somebody works for 15 years and it's all they have, and you just steal that, what the fuck they're supposed to do? That's their life. So everything, even with that, is like kind of gray. But okay, let's say I understand that stuff is stuff. You should not fight back. But shit like this always can turn ugly, and you can get killed. It's not just about stuff. Somebody actively broke the law inside your house now. They can do anything. If they can cross that line, they can do anything. And that potentiality that they can hurt you is why you fight back. You're running away, like I said, doesn't work. Even if you run away, what if there are people out? You're in your house. It's your safe house. It's in the fucking world. If you go out, what if there are more people out there? You can't assess these things. You're not a Marine, man. Civilians are not Marines, right? They can't assess all this shit. It's their house. You said, oh, go from like back door or whatever and run away. What if there are people outside? What if there are people who psychopaths who want to kill you and steal your stuff? There are people like that.
The minute you tried to break into my shit.
You made that decision.
Appropriate force in self-defense is the one California has weird. They get tied up a lot of time. It's like, well, they didn't. You had a gun. They had a knife. That was, you used more.
That's
What the fuck? Hold up there. Knife. Let me press tab. Let's see the weapon wheels. What do I have that is equal? Wait a minute. Let me get this. Knife. I have a katana. Oh, that doesn't work. I have a machete. Wait a minute, but that has like a poison prefix attached to it. Maybe that's too much. Gun doesn't work. Let me think about it. What the fuck?
the dumbest thing on the planet.
Sorry, I'm better at it.
You want to know the
knives are fucking terrifying.
You
want to know?
Like,
Knives are fucking terrifying.
That fucking mall video where the guy gets it in the fucking throat and like you just
I've only done I don't know 1,022 videos on this. Yeah, a knife is fucking dangerous. You get a poke, like you were talking, the mall video. The dude just went boop, and guy was dead in 30 seconds.
The guy was dead the moment that knife left. Is fucking
you can't stop it. Like you're screwed.
You want to know the hardest marketing campaign of all?
I mean, neck is literally one of those places in your body that is like too essential. Your brain is everything. Nothing on your body, even your skin cell, works without your brain. It will start to die, right? Your brain tells your heart what to do. Your brain tells everything. Your brain is you. Everything is like, let's say, vehicle. Your body is your car. Heart is your engine and everything. Your brain is you. So all the blood and artery have to go through this, right? All the, central nervous system and all that, like, things have to go through here, right? There's too many shit that goes from here, like lymph nodes and everything. So if somebody attacks anything here, too many shit that is here, you're dead. That's why choking is too much. And choking can even kill some person if you don't do it right. This is too fucked up.
All time. This fucking Samuel Colt, when he came out with the revolver, the Colt's marketing campaign after Colt came up with the revolver. So like this is like the first time that it became practical to stray away from fucking muskets. You know what I mean? So the marketing.
It was the Colt Patterson, I believe. It was like 1841 or some shit, like really early.
Their marketing slogan when the revolver came out was "God created man, Samuel Colt made them equal." And it's the hardest marketing campaign of all time.
That makes me think of
that's fucking awesome.
What's the Last Samurai? Remember fucking?
I mean, true, man. If you're fighting a 7 foot 2-inch guy, and you're like 5'6", that's not even close to being. You're basically fucked. It doesn't matter what you do. But if you have a Colt, if you have a pistol, he has a pistol. You're basically equals, right?
Tom Cruise, the first of it.
Yeah,
I think that was what he was marketing then.
Oh yeah, when he was
the repeating rifle.
Yeah,
just like
shit wreck.
I haven't seen that in a while, man. Wasn't he like a Little Bighorn survivor or something like that?
Yeah. He went through a lot.
Which I didn't realize until recently. That Red Dead video I did, where like we had one of the what was it, the Springfield trapdoors?
Yeah.
I had the same ejector malfunction or extractor malfunction. Like it fucking broke the gun. And everybody in the comment was like, that's what lost Little Bighorn. Like straight up the same malfunction. They're like, yep, no, that's not your reproduction. That just...
Yep, there you go. Look, man, when it comes to plea deal, I didn't talk about it then because I'm already talking too much. I'm pausing too much. People don't like that. But when it comes to plea deal, I mean, that's insane. I've seen documentaries where people talk about like plea deal is so devastating that a cop can basically lie to you, wear you down for hours, right? And like together with like a lawyer or something like public defender or something, and literally make you do a plea deal or something, even if you're not a guilty, you'll plead guilty. And they're like, okay, if you're proven guilty in court, you'll get 10 years. But if you plea deal right now, you'll get like 2 years or something. And everybody knows like, okay, court is not 100%, right? People use like hair DNAs, and we recently realized that's not that accurate. So there are way too many people who are put inside. Oh, he definitely did. His DNA might not be actually might not be actually guilty. So people know this shit, and they know like, okay, 10 years is too fucked up. Even though I didn't do it, I guess I'm caught by the system. 2 years is fine. That is so fucked up to me. It's like this is a pretend system if that happens, and this applies to everywhere. It's not just US and everywhere, India and everywhere, right? All countries. So yeah, plea deal is kind of insane, right? But usually plea deal comes with let's say there is a drug dealer or drug lord or whatever, right? So if plea deal implies like he can get less sentence even though he's guilty, but he can like give you more information that saves a lot of people. That's the concept. But people need to figure out like how many people get screwed compared to how much it helps, right? Is this like good enough for it to like work like that, right? People really, but then again, like there's so much shit going on. Who's gonna check that? Supreme Court doesn't care like that, right? They just like, okay, system works, the works, right? It always works on like precedent. If something happened in the past, all the judges will follow that blindly. Like, oh, this happened, I have to follow that precedent. That is also insane to me, right? I don't know, man. Right, well, that was the American justice system is broken. By the channel, unsubscribe clips. If you like my next channel, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.